computer. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so tonight we're going to chat a little bit about IPAs and recruiting. If you do not know what IPAs stand for, it stands for income producing activities. Okay. Amanda and I both came from another company that it was very heavy based on sales, not so much recruiting, like selling. We bought wholesale, we sold retail. So we were constantly in like a sales frame of mind. So we have a lot of income producing activities like up our sleeves and a lot of tips and tricks that we kind of use to find success here. So I kind of wanted to share a few of those with you guys, and then I wanted to share some of my recruiting tips with you as well, because we need to grow here as a company. We all need to grow. If you're serious about your business, the best way to grow your business is to get people to do this with you. Doing this by yourself is hard. It's hard to maintain a sales goal every single month by yourself. But if you've got a bunch of people doing it together, it's a hell of a lot easier, right? Like, I don't want to work so hard every single month. I want to be able to maintain Emerald and not have to be like crying the last day of the month because I'm still 1,000 away from it. I don't want to do that. And if I have more people on my team, then I don't have to do that, right? That's kind of the whole thought process behind it. So I just kind of wanted to start out. Amanda gave me a bunch of notes, but I'm not going to lie to you. She kind of just sent them over to me and I had already wrote my own notes. So I'm just going to kind of fly with my notes and some of the things that I do that really help me reach the most people. Okay. And like be able to talk to the most people. So first and foremost, these are the things I do every single day. I really don't skip a day. I'm very, very consistent. If you're somebody that has an excuse as to why they don't post every single day, like you got to stop making excuses and you just need to be consistent. I also encourage you all to start treating your Facebook like your business and not a place to hang out with your friends. I'm being as nice about it as I can. If you are somebody who is scrolling more than 10 minutes at a time, you are wasting your own time. Like, I'm just going to be as honest as I can possibly be. You're wasting your own time. Commenting on other people's stuff doesn't make you money. It just doesn't. It doesn't help your algorithm a little bit. But I'm going to tell you what our CEO said to me this weekend. Like, the algorithm is never going to stop changing. It's never going to stop changing. It's never going to stop evolving, right? And we can either be like, oh, well, the algorithm, or we can just keep doing the things and say, fuck the algorithm. So we're going to say, fuck the algorithm a little bit, but we're still going to do the consistent things that turn the light on every day, right? Like if Publix didn't open the doors every morning at the same time and you tried to go to Publix at 7 a.m. and they weren't open, you would be pissed, right? Like, because you know they're open at 7 a.m. and you had something to get and you went there. So the thing is that like, if they just decided one day not to turn on the open sign and not to open and not to tell anybody, like they'd have a lot of upset people. Maybe you have the same thing too. Like if you don't turn on your open sign, maybe that upsets somebody because maybe that day they really wanted to come and talk to you. Maybe they were really looking for you that day. Maybe they were looking to be inspired by you that day and you didn't show up and they didn't come to you. You know, you just never know. You want people to know that you're always open, right? That you turn the open sign on every day. So how do I turn my open sign on? I get in my stories every single morning. I do a hands-free and I talk for a minute in my stories. I usually take a product. I usually talk some of the benefits of the product. I usually talk a little bit about mindset, maybe something I'm struggling with, something that will relate to other people. Because like, let's be real, our products are fantastic, but they're not gonna fix everything. Life is still hard sometimes, right? And like, it's relatable when you're having a hard day and you share that with people, because then people will get in your inbox. They'll be like, girl, I feel you. I'm having a hard day too. And I think it's where the moon is and blah, blah, blah. And you have a genuine conversation with someone. And then you start to kind of like, this is how you find your people, by being genuine. So every day I get into my stories. I do a couple of hands-free. I usually do 3 minutes or so. And like I said, I kind of use it. I told you what I use it for. I will use a poll in there a lot as well too. If people vote on your poll, you vote on my poll, I am reaching out to you. You are engaging on my story, I am reaching out to you. That means you are either interested in the products, you're interested in this opportunity, or you're at least interested enough to keep following me and comment on my stuff. So we're going to talk one way or another, right? I also use the question box a lot. So with the question box, here's a fun fact. you can answer your own question and then make reply videos, and it won't tell you who asked the question. It's all anonymous. So I use this example a lot on our Blitz calls in the mornings, that like when I was in high school, I was afraid to ask questions because I didn't want to be the girl that held up the class, and I didn't want to be the one that sounded stupid. So I just didn't raise my hand a lot. And if anybody can relate to that, like I'm sure somebody here can, I like to answer the questions, like my questions that I put in the question box. I'll be like, I'll say like, do you have a community that supports you? And then I'll put a question, like I'll answer it. I'll be like, no, I really don't. And I wish I did. How do I get that? And then I'll make a reply, like slide to it, a reply story to it, right? Because it's anonymous. Nobody knows that I answered my own question. It seems like somebody else asked it, right? But maybe that was the question that somebody else was afraid to ask, right? So I always kind of do that. And then like a little bit later, I'll answer the question. I give it a little bit of time to make it seem like, somebody actually asked it. You don't want to do it right away. But every time I do that, I feel like I resonate with somebody. I feel like somebody really gets something out of it, because again, it was a question that if I had that in my head, somebody else had it in their head, right? So I always try to put out a little bit of knowledge that way and use my stories that way. Obviously, posting on your wall every day, you want to be consistent. I don't post a lot of product stuff on my wall. I do all of my product talking in my stories and like in my reels and on my TikToks. My wall is basically mindset, get your head out of your tush type of stuff. I will talk products and specials like once in a while. But Fridays, I usually talk more. My wall consists of more recruiting and mindset stuff than anything. If I have a deal on products, like I will talk about it. But if you look at my feed, that's mostly what it is. Joining us here, mindset stuff, me going live. If I'm live, then I'll use the products all day long. But I'm never going to post, you're never going to see me post a product graphic anywhere. Anywhere. The ones that are in the app, they're great. They have a bunch of knowledge. But if you just post a product graphic that says for vibe high and chill on your wall and just say like, hey guys, you should try this. Do you think anybody's going to know what that is? No, nobody knows what that is. Nobody knows what GoFlex is. We know these things, right? We're the ones that have to educate. So I really try to use my posts to like reel people in to want to talk to me more, to want to know more about what I do. I talk about the struggles that I used to have a lot in my posts. Like I'll talk about road rage, stuff like that. I used to have horrible road rage, and the pink pills really take that road rage away from me. So I'll tell a story once in a while, maybe about like a moment when I was driving and I would normally get road rage and I realized that I didn't. And I know that it's because I've got my endocannabinoid system fueled. And then somebody will be like, what's an endocannabinoid system? Boom. It's an open door for an opportunity to have that conversation with them, right? You don't want to give away too much on posts either, because like if you post a picture of you with a jar of In the Mood gummies, that person can very much see the logo, go and Google it, and then go and order from corporate. That's why I don't post like product pictures like that. You'll see me posting like pictures with me holding a gummy, me holding like a pink pill, me holding a vape, but I'm never going to really show like a packaging by any means, because then that takes away the curiosity and it takes away the fact that they'd have to talk to you. You want people to talk to you. So don't give it all away, right? You want them to come back for more. A couple of other ways, a couple of other IPAs that I suggest is if you have a VIP or you have somebody that you think would love the products, ask if they'll host an online party for you. Online parties are great. They're a great way to grow. They're a great chance to meet new people, because not everybody here wants to be a rock star. Not all your VIPs are going to want to sell with you, but they might be willing to have a party for you if they knew that they would maybe you could give them like, if they had so many sales, you can give them something back. We also have, for every VIP that you have has a customer referral link as well that they can always give to their people, and they can earn money back towards their products as well. So if you want to know more about hosting a party, we could always chat about that. There is some stuff in the Gummy Gang about that as well. Another way to produce some income is doing vendor events. Right now, there's a lot of fall festivals. Find a small fall festival, get a table, talk to people. Even if you just get emails from people and you don't sell anything, like it's still building that network, right? You're still meeting new people. Good night, Samantha. I'm sorry that I'm chatting too much. 4:30 will come early for you. I feel that. Vendor events are great. It's just great to be in person. It's great to meet people in your town, and you just never know who's going to want to do this with you. You know, you meet somebody at a vendor event and you could be like, girl, we should do this together. You know, simple as that, right? And then one of my last ways that I have two more ways. Another way that I'm going to try out, I think I'm going to do it on Friday, is who here got Cloud 8 samples this month? Did anybody else get like packets of Cloud 8 samples? Cool. All right. So we've got a good amount of people that got them. Here's what I'm thinking. And I actually stole this idea from my girl Red over here. So Red, I'm going to give you the credit for this. She makes beautiful jewelry out of crystals and stuff like that. And she has her own like private group that she sells it all in, but she does a raffle like once in a while. And she'll raffle off a crystal. And pretty much each spot in her raffle is a certain dollar amount. She gets a certain number of people, let's say 20 people per like item. And each person sends her the money via Venmo, Cash App, whatever the hell she chooses to use. And she pulls a winner out of all those people. So essentially you could win one of her crystals for $1, right? And I was like, damn, that's smart as hell, because she's got 20 people paying $1. So she's still making the $20 that the crystal cost her and then some, and somebody wins it for $1, right? And I'm like, what if we did that with our Cloud 8 gummy, like sample packs? You don't have to necessarily show the sample pack. You could just show a picture of you. You could put some gummies in your hand. People don't even have to know if it's the Cloud 8 or not. They're not going to know the fucking difference, right? But you could say like, who wants to try, who wants a trial pack of our, I wouldn't put Cloud 8. Who would want to have a sample pack of our gummies for $1? Something like that. And set up, yes, I was getting there next. Thank you. Thank you for saying that so I can't forget. But like, if you say like, hey, I got 20 slots open, it's $1 each. If you win a free like sample pack. It's a great way to like try one of my products for $1. It's really good to do in a party. If you were going to host an online party, that's a pretty good thing too. And then they can try something. And then here's the thing. When 20 people send you the $1 for it, you made $20 off that pack. We paid $25 for 5 of them. If you sold all 5 of them like that, you make $100. That's a lot of money, right? And that's the $25 that you spent on the 5 packs plus a $75 profit. That's a bottle of Vibe High right there. Like, to me, that's a no-brainer. And make sure that you don't say the word raffle. That's what Red was saying here. If you say the word raffle on Facebook, they're going to flag you. They don't like that word. She uses the word waffle, or she does the W instead of the R. Like, she'll just make up another word for it. So find another word. Find something that you want to call it. If you have some sort of a brand name, maybe do it something that's kind of branded towards you. Like, if that's what you want to, it's a great thing to do to get engagement, I think, too, just on your own page and make a little extra money. And then people can maybe get a sample pack of your products. And Cloud is pretty powerful, friends. Like, you take one of those and you're feeling real good at night. Like, and people, like, they want more. They want more at the end of the day. Okay. So then my last little IPA that I wanted to talk about, and then this kind of goes into recruiting, is making TikToks and Reels. I know that like not everybody's comfortable doing it, but like that is where I recruit and sell the most. Like, hands down, most of my rock stars on this call have come from TikTok, period. Why? Because I make like little short videos about me hiring, and these hiring videos just, they blow up. We have a training in Gummy Gang that we did last week about like my funnel system that I use. I have like a way that I say like, hey, fill out the application in my bio. And there's an application there that people can click and they can fill out. And when they fill out the application, I plug them into my audition. And then I start sending them emails. And then I follow back up with them on TikTok, because one of the questions on my application is what's your TikTok handle, so I can find them again on TikTok. And then I tell them that I sent them an email. and I ask them if they got it. And if they tell me they didn't get it, I say, let me send it to you again. And I send it to them again. And they'll tell me if they got it or not. And I can see when they open things via my app, right? Because I use a lot of the links from our app in my emails. So when somebody clicks a link, I could be like, oh, I know they opened my email because they clicked this link. And it notifies me on my phone. So today I had somebody searching around on my website and I looked up her name in my app and I happened to have her phone number. So I messaged her while she was looking at stuff. And I was like, hey, Lacey, I see you're like snooping around the site. If you, I would love to answer any questions that you have. I think this is the best opportunity out there and we could have a lot of fun together and travel the world. She immediately texted me back. And I'll tell you what she said. Immediately texted me back. It's just, no, that's the wrong number one. Oh, sorry. She's like, thanks. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but is it if I buy some products and I get others to buy it, I make commissions off the people that buy? And I was like, exactly that. You got it, girl. And I told her about our join fee and she's like, okay, how much product do I need to sell to make actual profit? And I kind of went through the whole breakdown with her. And she was like, cool, I'll let you know if I have any more questions. And tomorrow I'm going to text her and I'm going to invite her to the Thursday night call. And then on Thursday, I'm going to text her again with the link to the Thursday night call, right? I am persistent, okay? I am consistent and I am persistent AF. And that is why I recruit and that is why I close people. There are some people that I've been working for 2 years. Don't get me wrong. I will go back to them once a month and I'll be like, hey girl, you should pop on this live with me. We're giving away free gummies tonight. I'd love to have you on there with me. And sometimes they pop on after 2 years of me just sending them stuff. It takes people time. So another thing that I will tell you, another really, one of the biggest ways I think that I've really recruited people and really was able to seal the deal, I would say it's really I think it's my email game. I do. If I'm really thinking about it, I think that like I have an email for every day of the week for the flow. This is something else I highly suggest you guys do. Does it take time to set it up? Absolutely. But I have email scripts set up because you can do that with your app. If you have the pro version, we have a desktop version as well. And the desktop version allows you to send emails out to people. You can create beautiful emails. There's tons of content that you can put inside of it. And I have an email for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. And then I also have an email for when I plug people into my audition that I send them automatically. And I think it's really just my consistency and the follow-up and the persistency. And I don't give up. And I also don't get butthurt. And when people tell me no, I'm like, that's okay. I'll be here whenever you're ready. Even if they say no, they'll change their mind. They will change their mind. They will all come around. One day they will want to heal. One day they will understand that cannabis is the way and they will come back to me. They will, because I'm not going anywhere and I'm loud enough and I'm just going to stay here and just be consistent and persistent and they will come back. I know that like a lot of us, I think another thing I wanted to touch on is you need to know who you're talking to as well. Like, let's talk about color personalities a little bit. Have you guys all done a color personality test? If you have not, I will find one and I will share it into the chat for you, Renee. I think it's super important that you do that. And I will also find the color personality training and I will share that as well, because there's 4 different color personalities. Typically reds are very money driven. There's a very small percentage of red people in the world who are driven by money, who want to make money, like money lights them up, right? And then there's a very small percentage of reds, okay? And then there's blues. And the blues, they love to party, they love to have a good time, they love community, they just want to have fun. The blues are here like to have fun. They want to know about the community. They want to know about traveling together. They want to know about all of that, okay? That's a bigger amount of people, but it's still not a huge amount. Then you got your greens, and your greens are like your science people. They want to know why the shit works. They want to know why our stuff works. They want to know the ins and outs of it. They want to know the ins and outs of our business. They want to know every single thing before they say yes. And that's not a bad thing. They're just trying to learn it all, right? The type of person that they are. And then you've got your yellows. And this is 50% of the population, okay? Your yellows are us. They're the people that care, the puppy dogs in the world, the ones that like love on other humans, the ones that get their feelings hurt easily, the ones that, you know, love with everything that they got and get crushed over and over again. Okay. Those are your yellows. And there's a lot of us in this world. So if you know who you're talking to, like, let's say me, for instance, I am a blue, but I have a lot of red in me. I have a lot of red in me. I do like numbers. I do really like money, and I am very determined to make a lot of money. And I think that I can talk to anybody that's red or blue and sign them instantly. But somebody like Jenny Parker, she's a green, and she wants to know the ins and outs of everything, and she wants to know the science behind things. And for me, it took me a while to get her. I mean, she was one of my first rock stars, but it took a lot of talking. It took a lot of talking. It took a lot of like us going back and forth about a lot of the things because she wanted to know all the ins and outs of it. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. It's knowledge is power, right? So you just kind of need to know who you're talking to. And if you know that deep down, like, hey, I am a yellow through and through, and I don't know how to talk about money to this person, reach out to someone who is. Reach out to your upline and be like, I need a red. Are you a red? Or find me a red, because guess what? We got some reds in this company. Daryl Lynn, major red. Like, she is a major red. She can talk to anybody. Me, I'm starting to come into my red season, I feel like. So I can help you talk to anybody. Who connected me to knowledge. Yes, exactly. And Jenny does has blue in her too, because we both like to have a good time. We like to party, and we like to get down with each other. So don't get me wrong, she's got a lot of blue in her too. But I love that all the different color personalities can come together. We all have a little bit of each color personality in us. I think that one just shines more than the others necessarily. So know who you're talking to. Again, like if you're like, I'm talking to a total red and I'm talking to them like a blue, where you can like, yay, we can go on cruises together. They may be like, cool, but like, how much money do I make here? You know, and you're talking about cruises. They don't want to know about the cruises. They want to know how much money they could make. And then the cruise is just a perk, right? So you just want to like, you need to know that audience when it comes to recruiting too. And the first and foremost thing that I will say is like, don't do cold messaging. Don't do this whole like reach out to everybody and be like, hey girl, you should totally do this with me. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not those people. Be genuine friends. Have the relationship with people. Let them follow you for a little bit. Get to know them. Ask them about their kids. Like, don't just do the whole hey girl thing. Really get to develop that friendship with them. And then after a while, you should be like, you know, if they ever be like, you just seem so happy, you'd be like, girl, you could totally do this with me. I would love to have you here. You're a part of my dream team. Telling somebody they're a part of your dream team, like, that makes them feel real good inside. A lot of it. A lot of people, that makes them feel really, really good. And the reality is that I've dreamt about every single person that's on my team. I've dreamt that every single one of them would come here. And I've got a bunch more that are coming, and I keep dreaming about them. So everybody's a part of my dream team. There's nobody here that would not be a part of my dream team, right? And it's just a nice way to pump somebody up. I also think that gratitude messages, they go a far way in building friendships too. So like, people that watch your stories, send them a gratitude message. Thank them for watching your stuff. Thank them for showing up for you. And they're going to be like, girl, I'd follow you anywhere. And if they say things like that, then you should be like, well, then why aren't you doing this with me? It's that simple. It's that simple. We don't have to overcomplicate it. I think so many of us try to overcomplicate it and like tell everybody every step of like what happens when they sign up, what they need to do. Girl, all you need to do is be willing to talk about the products with people. If you're willing to do that and you want to make a little extra money back and maybe earn your products for free, it's an extra 25 bucks a month. It's an extra 25 bucks for the year to sign up. You might as well try. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I spend 25 bucks a week at Starbucks. I don't know about you, but if I didn't go to Starbucks for 1 week, I could sign up and do this business. That's kind of what I say to people. I keep it super simple and I put the ball in their court. I don't beg anybody. I don't beg. I don't chase, I attract. What was meant for me will find me. I will have the conversations. I will give the knowledge. I will send the emails. I will give the power. But it's ultimately up to them. I'm consistent. I'm persistent. I follow up. I give the knowledge. I give people everything that they need. And ultimately you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So my last little tip is learn to get some thick skin, because you're going to get a lot of no's, and the no's are okay. The no's are good. Here's my thought. You're going to get one yes for every 10 people that you reach out to. So if you get 8 no's in a row, I'm like, bitch, I'm real close to that yes. I'm real close to that yes. I've already got the 8 no's out the way. I'm about to have that. Number 9 is going to be the yes. Number 9 is going to be the yes, right? Like, it's okay. And again, just because they say no now doesn't mean it's no forever. It's just no, not right this moment. I don't really have the money right now. That doesn't mean that they don't want to. How many people tell you that? I don't really have the money right now. Well, girl, I'm going to keep following up with you. And I really, really hope that, you know, you can put a little bit of money aside and we can do this together. I'm rooting for you, you know, things like that. And just keep checking in with them. Keep sending them the Thursday night lives. That's, you know, I feel like the Thursday night lives is where people really sign. Like, that's where people, they feel Travis and Kristen. Travis and Kristen can get anybody to sign up here. According to what I just heard in our leadership chat, Kristen Butler is on the phone with some celebrity right now, signing them up to be like a rock star here. A celebrity. I don't know who it is. I'm freaking out though, because what we have here, friends, is unmatched. There's nothing like our products anywhere else. And I'm gonna tell you what, I know something that's coming. The ones of us that were at the retreat, we had to sign something because we know a new product that's coming, and this new product is going to change the game. It's going to change the game. So when I tell you, you want to grow your team now, grow your team now. Tell them that there's something so big that's coming that your leader had to sign an NDA, but you're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed. You don't know. You don't know what the details are, but you know it's so huge that there was NDAs signed. Use that. Use that. Travis and Kristen also gave us permission to pretty much say that Ariel is our company. If somebody says, is this your company? The answer is motherfucking yes. Yes, I started this company. Yes, I did. This is my company. I would love it if you supported me. They gave us the permission to do that this weekend. And they said that. They're like, Ariel, yes, it is our brand, but it is your brand too. Be proud of where you come from. Wear Ariel everywhere you go. You're going out of the house, put on an Ariel shirt. Put on one of our like many funny shirts. You know, we've got great merch. Bring your products with you places. Be willing to talk to people. I go to coffee shops and I'll sit there and I'll work for an hour and I'll put my unicorn drops on the table and I'll put gummies on the table and I'll use them and I'll make video. I'll literally make content in coffee shops so people are like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, oh, good, let's talk. Hey, come here. I'll give you a gummy. You want to try some of these unicorn drops? I'll put it in your coffee. You'll love it. Like, and people are like, what is wrong with this girl? But this is how I meet people. This is how you get out there. This is how you give me your email. We'll stay in contact. I got 4 emails at the nail salon last Wednesday, friend. 4. Why? Because I've told my nail girl enough that my Glow Getter gummies, these are my real nails. There's no tips on these, friends. These are mine from our freaking Glow Getter gummies, okay? So every time I get my nails done, my nail girl's like, she sells gummies that make your nails look like hers. You should talk to her. 4 people. I got their emails last week. Train your people. Tell them what you do. If you never talk about what you do, people are never going to know about what you do. If you're shy about what you do and you don't get out there and you don't say the things, no one's ever going to fucking join you because they're never going to know. Like, they're never going to know. So you got to learn to be loud. You got to learn to be proud of what you're doing. And you got to learn to just put it out there. Fuck it. Like, here, and that's like the thing that I'll say about social media. I just put anything I want up. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be authentic. And I don't care who I offend along the way. If I offend you, you weren't meant for me. You weren't meant for me. That's it. You ain't my people. I don't want you here anyways then. If the shit that I post offends you, you ain't my people. So be who you are and you're going to attract the people that you need for your team. That's it. Be real to who you are. That's all I got tonight, friends. That's it. 32 minutes. Short and sweet is the best I did. So the best I got for you. So I hope that answers some questions. I hope it gives you some ideas on how to like close your month out strong. And I hope you all hit your end of month goals. So I hope you have a good night and I will see you guys next week. Bye.